What's going on, everybody? Welcome to After Prison Show, and in this video I've got two really crazy stories that I want to tell you about. One of which being a story that I just ran across in the news about a guy who has been arrested more than 500 times and has never been to prison, and the other, unfortunately, dealing with this channel here, After Prison Show, and how just over the weekend YouTube has pretty much demonetized almost every single video here on this channel. But neither here nor there, let's just go ahead and get into this first story, taking place in Nashville, Tennessee, and involving a 48-year-old man by the name of Robert Dale Brown. Now, this man, Robert Brown, has been arrested more than 539 times. And with all of the times that this man has been arrested, this might actually be the most amount of times that anybody, at least anybody that I've ever heard about, has ever in their life been arrested. And yet, with all of the times that this man has been arrested, he has never once been to prison. And the reason for that being is that every crime he's ever committed, every time that he's been arrested, and he's obviously been arrested for a long list of charges, but every time that he's been arrested has been for like the lowest class misdemeanor that you can be charged with. Most of which being for trespassing, drunk in public, disorderly conduct, vandalism, again, all low class misdemeanors that only carry a maximum jail time of like 30 days. Also on Mr. Brown's record are 56 failure to appears and 25 failures to be booked. Now, I'm not exactly sure what a failure to be booked charge is. I'm guessing that's while in court the judge tells you you're gonna have to serve some jail time for whatever it is that you're charged with here, and we're gonna go ahead and let you turn yourself in. And you make sure you go turn yourself in, you hear? And yeah, I'm guessing that Robert Dale Brown just decided 25 times or more that he just wasn't gonna do that. And those 56 failure to appears, meaning that he was charged with something, whether it was trespassing, disorderly conduct, drunk in public, whichever of those 539 low-class misdemeanors this guy has been charged with, 56 times out of those 539 charges, this guy just decided after being charged that he just wasn't going to court. And you know, having one failure to appear on your record can be bad enough. And I myself personally, I think I've got like 2 of those on my record. But the reason those failure to appears can be so bad is, say like in my case when I was charged with a felony and I failed to appear in court, well then from there they're gonna send what's known as fugitive agents to come look for you and then arrest you. And believe me, I've dealt with them more than a few times in my own personal life, and also have been there when doors have been kicked off of the hinges as fugitive agents then storm the place looking for whoever it is who failed to appear in court. And you know, thinking about it, that would actually be a really good story time video to tell here. However, it's looking like we may not be able to do any more prison stories, and we'll be getting to that very shortly. But other reasons that these failure to appears can be so bad is because whenever you get locked up again, even having just one of those on your record could completely negate any chances that you have of receiving a bail and being able to then bond out of jail. Another thing that a failure to appear could hinder you from is getting into any sort of a program offered at the jail, such as like work release or workforce, programs where you're able to leave from the jail to go to work, or programs where you're able to work as a part of a jail work detail where you're able to work towards paying off your court fines. So yeah, having 56 failure to appears on your record, however, you're not going to be eligible for anything. Never got to worry about getting a bond, and never got to worry about getting any sort of work release or anything else like that while locked up. Now, while I was learning about Robert Brown's story, it said that he was first ever arrested back in 1994 for possession of a hallucinogenic. And God only knows what this guy got caught with. But this man's first ever arrest took place 23 years ago. And with the fact that Mr. Brown is only 48, though he looks more like he's 68, back in 1994, this guy would have only been 25 years old. And you know, to think about somebody who has been locked up 539 times, you would probably imagine, at least I would, that they got started pretty early in life with all of their criminal endeavors. But this guy, Robert Brown, didn't get in trouble for the first time until he was 25 years old. And I'm really curious to know what this man's life was like before the age of 25. Did he have a normal life? Did he have a job? Did he have a wife? What happened to this man at the age of 25 that would have caused this guy to be locked up more than 500 times in the last 23 years? It's pretty obvious that this man's life has completely spiraled out of control since the age of 25 years old. And I'm sure this will come as no real surprise, but Robert Brown was just arrested again last Wednesday for public intoxication, where he was standing in front of a gas station drinking a bottle of vodka, and he refused to leave. And since this most recent arrest, this man's been sitting in jail. He actually goes to court tomorrow. And you know, I'm really curious to know what will happen to this guy. Will he just be re-released back out into the free world where he can just continue to live this complete spiral out of control type of lifestyle that he has been living for the last 23 years? Or will he be locked up for the maximum 30 days that he can receive for this charge, and then after those 30 days be released only to continue living that same lifestyle as well? But however things do play out for Mr. Brown, I mean, I really want to ask all of you, do you feel that a person like this should be receiving some sort of help? Do you think there's anything that could be done to help somebody like this? Or are they a complete lost cause? Or because of the fact that they've been locked up so many times already, should they just be locked up for the rest of their life? I mean, really, what do you feel about a situation like this where an individual has been locked up for probably more times than anybody in their entire life? You know, I personally believe that it is a very sad situation, this man's life basically. And I don't know what could actually be done to help this guy. It's obvious to me that this guy is homeless. And you know, I know of so many people personally who have been homeless and will go out there and commit like the stupidest, littlest crime just in an effort to try to get locked up, especially during the wintertime. They might walk into a store and shoplift just hoping that they get locked up so that they have somewhere to sleep and are guaranteed those 3 meals a day. But there's also a lot of situations where the homeless will attempt to commit some sort of small crime, and the police will come and won't even lock them up for these crimes because they know or they believe that that's all these people are really trying to do anyway, is to just do something small and minor enough just so they can get locked up and have somewhere to go. It's a very sad situation to think that there are homeless people out there who would rather be locked up because their life is just that bad out there. And again, it's with mentioning all of this that I really want to hear what you think about this. Moving on to the next thing that I want to tell you about in this video, dealing with this channel here, After Prison Show. This is something that I have not wanted to talk about, and to be honest with you, it's also something that's been going on for quite a while. I see comments all the time talking about why are the subscribers seeming stuck here on this channel. I see comments where people tell me that they have to search all through YouTube just to find the videos that we're uploading here to YouTube, with notifications being messed up, with the whole ad situation being messed up. It is legitimately one thing after another that we deal with here on this channel, and yet in spite of all of that, I still continue to try to bring you guys the best, most quality content that I possibly can. But just over this past weekend, things took another turn for the worse for us here on this channel, where it seems that YouTube has almost completely demonetized this channel and almost every single video that we have ever uploaded here. And there are a lot of videos that got unmonetized that I don't even understand why. There certainly are videos that I could understand a lot better, those videos getting unmonetized, but there's also a lot of videos that I have no idea why they would demonetize those videos. And I just gotta say this, I really hate to sound like I'm bitching about this. Again, this is something that I never ever wanted to talk about here. Every day I'm constantly trying to plan around these changes that YouTube is constantly making and still be able to bring you guys the content that I know you really love and enjoy. And a big part of that content being prison stories. But yeah, YouTube has pretty much demonetized every single prison story video we've ever done here. And I gotta be honest with you, it almost feels like we're fighting an uphill battle at this point. And if you wonder why the subscribers are stuck here on this channel, it's because every day that we upload, YouTube automatically unsubs hundreds of people from this channel. And to be honest with you, I have no idea why they do this. All I know is that's what's going on. So it's with mentioning this that moving forward from this point, we really are gonna need the help of all of you out there who rock with After Prison Show. And what I'm gonna end up doing is pinning down in the comments a little PayPal donation thing. If you guys would like to make a donation to After Prison Show to help us stay afloat throughout what seems like this complete demonetization of After Prison Show, it would be greatly appreciated, and it will help us to continue to bring you guys the best quality content that I possibly can on a daily basis. And in fact, if you do make a donation, what I'm gonna end up doing is doing a video once a week where I shout out every single person who does donate to help After Prison Show through this crisis situation that we're dealing with. You know, to be completely honest with you, and since I've already opened up this can of worms, I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you that for a long time now, I have been trying to figure out a way to get away from the monetization that YouTube does provide, which isn't very much at all, so that we can focus more on the content instead of having to focus so much on the content being advertiser friendly. I have been really tired of the way YouTube has been doing things for quite a while now. I just haven't said anything about it. But I can promise you that no matter what, in moving forward, I will still try to bring you guys the best content that I possibly can. And I do hope that you guys will support After Prison Show however you can by again using that PayPal donation link pinned down in the comments to help us keep this thing going. You know, I try to do a lot of good here with After Prison Show. I try to inspire, motivate, entertain, and enlighten in everything related to prison, life after prison, and what's going on in news related to prison or people being locked up. And for whatever reason, YouTube's just not feeling that. I just wanted to give you guys a heads up of what's been going on behind the scenes here. But if you truly do rock with this channel, then please help us keep this thing moving forward. And hopefully with that, we'll be able to keep this ship afloat and continue to bring you the realest content here on this platform. Hey, look, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did so, please leave a like and a comment letting me know exactly what you thought about it. As always, until next time, enjoy life, the free world, never take a moment for granted, and make the most of every day. Peace!